Hey everyone, my name is Nick, and I'm playing as Bornvell.
Muted.
Shame on me. Hey everybody, I'm B and I'm playing Violet. Wow.
Hi, I'm Alex, and I am playing Cyrus Eldermar.
Hey guys, I'm Sarah and I'm playing Cinder.
Hey everybody, I'm Hubelio and I'm your dungeon master, and we are actually waiting to see if we get our last member to join back in here. So we're gonna jump in here and do a little bit of an intro while we wait for our last member to hop back in. Welcome back, Outcasts. Last we left off, our party returned to the Dome City of Seagate alongside Malgan Romelle, a scholar with ties to the political turmoil threatening both the city and the world beyond. He claimed to have gathered us all for a reason, each of our summons tied to the fragile negotiations that could decide Seagate's fate. Once we reached the safety of the university district, the skies themselves turned against us. A massive orange jellyfish pressed against the dome overhead, its glow washing the streets in vibrant light, before being torn apart by a monstrous tadpole-like creature that broke through the barrier and devoured Malgan whole. The battle that followed was desperate, chaotic. The Ashen One fell, only to be revived moments before the creature's end. A brutal finale marked by a spear crashing down from the heavens and a hulking armored knight landing in its wake. Claiming himself the sole victor, he left the party irritated and with a rising resentment for the city of Seagate. With Malgan gone, the group pressed on to his office within the university, where they found the dean waiting. Delivering the grim news of Malgan's death, the dean departed to inform Malgan's son, leaving the party to investigate. Among his belongings, the group discovered an ornate, impossible to open box, resistant to lockpicks and their strengths alike. Determined to find answers, the party traveled to the temple where Malgan's body is, half dissolved by acid, and there, in grim discovery, they found the key hidden within his mouth. With the box now ready to be opened, the group chose rest instead, retreating to a nearby tavern to gather their strength and prepare for whatever secrets Malgan left behind. Nighttime has stolen over the city of Seagate, and the weight of the surrounding ocean feels palpable. As the last light of day dwindles into a pseudo-dusk, you catch a glimpse of the enormous jellyfish, now no longer shining, but giving a dull gray light. Nothing about the waning light gives a hint of the eerie orange light the one ill-fated jellyfish was giving off moments before its demise. Your minds play out the events of the past day. Dread shadows looming menacingly just out of sight. City dwellers who seem almost too comfortable with the idea that millions of gallons of water and ocean are only held in check by a thin pane of air and runic magic. Temples seem to be an inevitable component of life in Seagate. Ryman with his order, this foreign-feeling jelly temple with some very disturbing rituals and practices. You wonder what other gods are invested in the goings-on in this city, which seems to defy the will of nature. Standing in the city feels almost like an affront to the chaos and order set by the gods on Rymor. Your thoughts turn toward your quest and your goals. Who will guide you now that the man who called you here is gone? A memory flashes, Malgan grasping Cyrus's lapels. Draw them out, he said, in the last moment that you saw him. As you prepare for a well-earned night's rest, these ideas and anxieties play out in your minds, and we rejoin you in the east side of the University District, on the second floor of the Quill and Parchment Inn. A fire blazes on one side of a circular common area which connects to 3 bedrooms.
Well, I think Vel would probably retire to his room because I think we all got individual rooms last time, right? Were we able
We,
to?
we we were sharing. Cinder and Cyrus were sharing. You and Ash and One were sharing, and I got my own room.
That's right. Okay.
Losers.
Um, I guess before then, I would definitely be at the bar having a drink.
Okay.
Just kind of let that open invitation sit there.
So something you notice in the bar is that there's a bulletin area where there's different notices hung up inside. And let me take a look here. There's a few things that you notice. There's a wanted poster for someone named Mickey Two-Fins, a Yuan T that looks a little bit on the dangerous side, a little bit muscular. You see some posters that have some kind of very angular lines. One where it's like people with their hands thrust up in the air that says dry ground is solid ground. And another one with very similar angular features and a fish stepping on a fish with the eyes of the fish crossed out, and it says there's something fishy in Seagate. You see a poster for a theme park called Samada Ranch, and you see a piece of paper that basically just has a notice about dance lessons. As you look around, there's a bartender and a single robed figure on the other side of the bar, with a wooden box about maybe about 15 inches long, 8 inches high, about 10 inches deep, just like a box next to him, and he's got a jug that's corked next to him. He's just kind of looking down with the hood up, and you recognize the hood because you saw a large group of folks with the same hood earlier in the day performing some sort of a ritual.
Hey, bartender.
Bartender comes over, says, "What'll it be?"
Just give me an ale, and if you have any, whatever you have, kelp salad if you have one.
And the bartender nods and goes back into the kitchen. Says,
Before you go, bartender.
Yeah.
What's your name?
"My name is Griff."
Griff. Pardon me if this is extremely rude, but I have no other way to say it. What the hell is with those jellyfish people?
Oh, the temple? Well, I mean, you could ask that guy over there. He's like, what are you their mascot or something? What? They seem to like you. And the figure in the hood looks up, and he definitely seems to have almost froggish features. And he just shrugs and puts his head back down. He's like, "Well, you can ask them, but the temple's been around ever since the cities, used the jellyfish for light. They really like them jellyfish."
Guess there's been less peculiar reasons to have religions formed.
Oh, you can say that again, brother.
I'm just gonna quietly sit there and wait for the ale. I think I'm just gonna, if uninterrupted, I'm just going to enjoy my dinner and my drink.
So as you sit down, are you sitting at the bar or at a table near the bar?
Yeah, if there's bar seating, I'll just be at the bar.
Okay, so you're sitting at the bar, and your shoulders kind of turned to the robed figure at the other table, and you just hear and you realize that this figure is like quietly crying. Why did they have to do that?
I'll look over at the other members of the group and like tilt my head towards the guy, like raise my eyebrows while I look back at the drink.
I don't think Cinder is down there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we were all upstairs. Like everybody was about to go to bed.
Yeah, I definitely retraced.
So,
As Romelle looks to his right, he realizes that his party is not with him.
yeah, I will look back and just see like no one there, and be like, and I will pick up my kelp salad and my ale and walk over and pull a chair in front of the frog looking man. Take a seat.
So why would you sit next to me? I'm having a really bad day.
Well, as Vel looks like he's struggling to say something nice or along those lines. Us C can have to stick together, right?
That's right. That's right. I don't know what I'm doing. I thought I really knew what the temple was all about, but I've never seen them sacrifice someone before. Oh no, what am I gonna do? And he picks up the jug, and he proceeds to uncork it and produce a small glass. And he takes a single swig and downs the entire glass. I don't suppose you've ever believed in something for your whole life and then realized it's not what you thought it was, have you?
And now I'll before I answer, I'll like spit the cork off of my bottle and just drink straight from the tankard itself. You have no idea how true that is.
Huh, tomorrow I'm supposed to feed the jellyfish in the morning, and it's just, I've been waiting so long to be able to do it. It's like this really prestigious thing, and I don't even know if I can go through with it. I don't think I want to be a part of the temple anymore.
I mean, other than that horrific thing we just saw in the middle of the college, is there anything else they've been doing that's been out of sorts?
Well, I mean, to be honest, it's been very routine, but yesterday with that orange jellyfish, and this is the first time a jelly has died inside the city in a long time. I grew up in the temple. I just I think things need to change with the temple if I'm gonna keep doing this. Like, I mean, I want to feed them. I like I'll go to the pylon, and we'll have a ceremony. It's gonna be amazing. I just don't know how I'm gonna feel about it.
Friend, what's your name?
Oh, my name's Phil. What's your name?
Hey, Phil, stop feeling so fucking sorry for yourself.
Oh,
Do you want to change something about this place?
yeah. Well, what's your name, friend?
Vel.
Well, you're right. I should do something.
Yeah, if you want to be the change, then you be the change.
As you're looking at him, you notice that like he is he is has like some very froggish features, like I mentioned, but he is sweating through his robe at probably what you might consider an alarming rate. Um, and you kind of like start putting a few things together about Phil as a person because you hear like his feet have like a little bit of a squish against the wooden floor. Um, his sleeves leave like a little bit of a sheen when he moves. And he says, maybe I can convince some people that killing themselves is not a good thing. And maybe we should be more like the jellyfish and providing light to people, not doing stuff like, oh, the father of the temple. I mean, I didn't even think he could do that, but everyone was just so just like they were all just in line and they just did it without even thinking. And that's not right. That's not shining our light on the situation for anyone.
Well, sounds like you got yourself a little bit of a plan there, huh? And,
Yeah.
his race, would they have commonly been, not commonly, but I have seen them in Valkyrie collectives in the past as like a,
Yeah. As you can kind of tell that he's not like fully Sawagan, but he does have some Sawagan features to him.
okay.
Yeah.
I understand that. I'm sure it must have been hard. I mean, growing up in a place, promise you everything, and just tearing that away. But here's the reality of a friend. People outside of this place, unless you provide something for them, they don't give a care about you. Not one bit.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna I'm gonna figure out how to change things. Vel? Wow. Um hey, if I need help, do you think I could come and find you and get some backup if I needed it?
You know, there's this gentleman named Cyrus, and
Yeah.
you should definitely go find him. He's definitely the one, he's the problem solver.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, how do you spell his name?
I'm assuming it's spelled right. I don't know how to spell.
Oh.
CYIUS, something like that.
Oh, okay. And he like begins writing down on a piece of paper.
Real dapper looking gentleman. You won't miss him.
Okay. I'll ask around. Thanks. I'm gonna go right now. I'm gonna get this taken care of.
Sounds great. Well, you can definitely give me some light tonight and take care of my tab. I'll appreciate that, Griff.
Oh yeah. Hey Griff. I'll get Vel's tab here. And he produces some copper pieces. And he gets up from the table. He's like, and he claps you on the back, and he's like, Vel, you've been such a great help. I'll see you later. And he will.
Vel won't know how to respond to that.
Okay.
He was unsure how. He's still confused of whether he was trying to be nice to him or an asshole. Vel himself is confused, and he'll just kind of shrug and start walking his way up to his room.
All right. Okay. As you make your way up to your room, what's everybody else up to?
Little bit of a refresher. So when we walk into, okay, trying to phrase this right. So you walk into our room, and it's like a door and then a common area,
Mhm.
and then the 3 separate rooms.
Correct.
Okay. Does do the doors have locks on them?
The doors to the bedrooms do, yes.
Okay. My door is locked. Just
Okay.
gotta clear that out, but I have bedded down for the night.
Okay.
I think Cyrus is taking his time going through his meal and everything, kind of just hanging out in the common area, kind of just staring up off into the rafters for the moment.
Cinder did go ahead and light some incense, which she had posted underneath the tadpole tongue that someone is trying to tan and or cure, as one does. But overall, she's being kind of quiet, just kind of. Well, I guess Belle's not there, so she's just kind of keeping an eye on Cyrus and Violet's in her room. But overall, she's just trying to kind of relax and probably clean up some wounds and her clothes and start settling down for the night.
Okay. So we've got Vel and Ash in one room, Violet in one room, and then is it Cinder and Cyrus in the other room then?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm still out in the common area, but yeah, that's
Okay.
the bedding arrangement.
Okay. So Cinder, are you going into the bedroom at this point?
I think at this point, yeah, we can go ahead and say she's going into the bedroom, just definitely trying to kind of unwind from everything that happened today.
Okay.
What? Nothing happened today.
Everything.
So as you enter the bedroom, rather than like a very like slow reveal, your friend
Great.
shows up in a very quick, just like a burst of sparks that fizzle very quickly, but she's just there immediately, and she's wearing like a floor length nightgown. Cindy,
What are you doing here?
how was your day, Cindy?
Somehow I suspect you know.
Oh, I have a lot of things to do, but I did.
And yet you're still here. Fascinating.
Yeah, I did stop in to see some interesting things.
Do you want a trophy?
Well, what I would like is for you to do a little bit better with our little agreement.
There are lots of things that I'd like, and I don't think I'm going to get them.
Well, that's life, I suppose, but I would like to see a little bit more effort when it comes to being bad.
Listen, I almost died today.
Mhm.
I don't want you talking to me about giving more effort.
Well, I just wanted to stop by and say I've got my creative juices flowing, and I might have a task or two for you to take care of soon.
Then why don't you come back later, and we can talk about that, and I can give you the bird, and then we can move on with our day.
That's a little bit more like it. Toodaloo. And she zips back out of existence.
In that direction where she zips out of existence, as she does the toodaloo,
Mm-hmm.
Cinder just gives a nice, good old double bird in her direction.
Okay.
Did I hear that conversation from out in the
Did
common
he?
room?
I would say you probably heard lowered voices.
Do you think I heard Cinder talking to herself, or did I hear a couple lowered voices?
Make a perception roll.
I too am curious.
14.
You're not sure if Cinder is good at doing character work or if it was actually a second person.
I'll consider that for a moment. I'll deal with that when there's time, and then I'm gonna walk out of that common area out into the main room of the tavern.
So Cyrus, as you walk out, you see Griff the bartender not even raise an eyebrow as you're walking, making your way out or making your way into the bar area.
Is there a tip jar and or basket?
Yes.
Okay. How is his attention as it relates to that?
Here I was thinking you were about to be nice.
You can probably tell that Griff would notice if you approached that jar.
So from the opening, from the doorway back in, I will cast Mage Hand invisibly as near I can do it 30 feet away from me, so as near to the tip jar or the whatever the arrangement is as I can. And then I'm gonna walk over to the bar and situate myself at a point that he cannot look at me and see the tip arrangement at the same time.
How close to the bar is the hand?
So the way I would do it, so like if this is the bar countertop,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be just kind of like off, and so if he can see invisibility, he would have to like look down still over the counter to see it.
Okay. What remind me, because I don't have that one feature up in front of me. Like, what is it that allows you to cast the Mage Hand invisibly?
So it's definitely a French word, and I can't say it. So I guess I can't speak my first or second language properly. And Legere Domain.
Leisure
So
Domain.
I can make
Okay.
it invisible, and then it can do like steely stuff like I can.
Got it. Okay. All right. Yeah. You position yourself so that if you were to draw attention to yourself, Griff would be taking his eyes off of the tip jar.
So then I am indeed gonna signal him to come on over, because I do want to do some legitimate business while I'm robbing him. So I want to buy a bottle of whatever his cheapest, strongest whiskey is.
Okay.
And then while I'm doing that transaction, the Mage Hand's just gonna grab a handful of whatever and then go back like underneath and like float along the bar right up into my pocket, just completely out of sight.
Okay. So how I kind of imagine this is like as the scene is playing out, like you hear your voice going wah 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 wah, and then Griff's like wah 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 wah. And as this is going on, the hand moves up towards the tip jar. Let's make a sleight of hand with advantage roll.
Alrighty.
I'm just imagining that scene from the Iron Giant where the hands in the background.
That's good. Probably a little more subtle than that. 25.
A 25. All right.
Damn.
So you spend a silver or two on the drink, and you manage to get about 50 silver worth of coin out of the tip jar.
Sweet. Alrighty. So thank him, stow the bottle somewhere, and then head out on a walk.
Okay. So the Griff goes back to just polishing glasses behind the bar, none the wiser. And I imagine you just kind of get your hands in your pockets and just like kind of stroll your way right on out of the tavern.
Yeah. I mean, once the mage hand, as it goes into my pocket, deposits the silver, I'm gonna let it dissipate there. I have no more need of it at this point.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm gonna just casually head on out into the night. Where is that wanted poster for Mickey Two Fins?
So you would have walked by it before, like from the stairs. You would have walked past it before you got to the bar.
Okay, I will leave it where it is, but just make note that I saw it,
Mhm.
and then out into the night I go, and I'm going to take a very casual stroll back to jail,
Uh-huh.
because I gotta finish some business over there. I want to go back to the specific jail that I was in earlier this afternoon. I guess it still was.
Okay.
Because I was very, very dumb when I was there, and I gave that guard my real name for some reason. So I want to handle that.
So the streets are a little bit different after the lights are out in Seagate, and you notice that there's very little activity. There's not a whole lot of foot traffic at all. It seems like the entire city goes to sleep. And as you look up, in place of stars, you do see just like very dark water above you, and you occasionally see like the sheen of like lights from the city kind of reflecting off. Not a whole lot of activity going on, except for like every once in a while you might see like a fin kind of like slap through or into the dome and like swim off. It doesn't happen very often, but as you're walking, you just notice that it's something that does happen from like once every 20-25 minutes, something like that. And it's just like a little flick. It's not anything like, I mean, it's 500 feet away from you, but directly above you, you know. And as you're going through, you once again look up to see the sea glass city above you, because going from the university district into the administration, the sea glass city entrances are these kind of like vaulted walkways and promenades that like there's might be like an entry point here and there, and you notice that each one has a guard station, and they quickly rise up to like basically like a second level of the city almost, and you see like carefully positioned spotlights to reflect the beauty of the architecture of the Sea Glass City. But you're continuing on forward just at street level. while the architecture is nice, it's not bad. It's not put on display the way that it is for the Sea Glass district. And you eventually make your way back to the jail that has a makeshift barrier where your part-time friend Mickey managed to get through the wall.
Alrighty. What I would like to do is, how many stories was this again?
Just a one-story building.
Okay, good. I would like to get up the side of that. I have some, like, I've got rope and I've got some pythons and stuff. So try and scale up to the tippy top. Have a sit down on the roof. Get Oz up on my shoulder, and it would. Thinking back to my brief incarceration here, would he be able to fit through the bars of the window?
Yes.
Okay, so I am going to up there, get him, cast Mage Hand again, have it knock on the door, and then put my vision and hearing into him, into Oz. That is, have Oz fly through the bars and into the main loading area of this little jail. And if the guard is moving to answer the door, and if there's only a single one, there will be further mischief.
Okay. So as Ozzy glides down between the bars, you don't see anything. You don't see anyone there. He kind of just wheels around. There's no lights on. Doesn't seem like there's any guards at their stations.
Interesting. Okay.
You just see a few dark shapes from some of the other cells. The cell that you were in is not currently occupied, but Ozzy kind of just swoops in and does a circle around, and you see like a few dark shapes in the cells, but nothing in the main common area.
Okay, well that's even better then. Then I'm just gonna flap on down to wherever that desk was, where the ledger had been, and hopefully it is still there. And if it is, I'm just gonna rip out the page that has my name on it.
Okay. So as you get down there, let's see. Are you guys hearing music? Because I'm. Oh. For some reason I cannot. But if there's music going, then great, cool. So you get down there, and you get to the desk, and the ledger is there. You put the ledger on the desk, and as you put it on the desk, you hear a voice. I have been waiting all day for you, buddy. Where have you been? And you see Steve standing behind you.
Well, I'm up on the roof.
Oh,
I was going through. I was looking through the Aussie, up through Aussie. He's going. I'm not going in there. He's just going to go in and rip the page out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not going. Even without even knowing that there's no guards in there.
Okay.
I'm not planning on going in there.
All right. Let's say then that you're on the roof, and he is behind you on the roof.
I'm going to be very surprised once I can see and hear again. And so, once Oz rips the page out,
Yep.
I'm going to tell him to come back to me, and then as he's coming back, I'll work back into myself, I suppose.
Okay.
And then, do I recognize that it is Steve?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Then I will refrain from violence for the moment. But I will, kind of hop to my feet, not really making any secret that I was surprised. Man, this is the second time in one day I've had somebody sneak up on me, and I'm getting tired of it, man. Good to see you again, but what's going on?
Well, there's some bad news because whatever it is you're doing here, you're a little late. And you look down, and he's holding 5 scrolls, 5 pieces of paper, and he drops them, except for one, and unfurls it. And it's a wanted poster, much like you saw for Mickey Two Fins. But instead of a 2,000 gold reward, it's your face on the wanted poster, and it says 10 gold.
What am I wanted for?
Well, you, I think you broke out of this place, didn't you?
Yeah, something like that. I was broken out of this place.
Ah, I see. Well, I did want to come and let you know. I saw these, and I didn't want my good buddy getting pinched. I had to go to quite a few places because they're already pumping these babies out.
Printing press has been invented early here, I suppose.
Well, I mean, we got some pretty good stencil guys, I suppose.
Well, I appreciate the warning. Anything else I do for you?
Well, now that you mention it, I did spend my entire day collecting these, so your face wouldn't be plastering every building here in the administration. I got through to the trade district. I think I might have a job for you to help pay me back a little bit. I mean, you scratched my back, you went to jail, I'm scratching your back. We're getting into a good rhythm here, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, I heard that there's going to be a funeral tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, there's going to be somebody there with something that I kind of want.
Okay.
The head priest of the Ryman Temple, he's got a book. It's got gold pages on it. Now, if you don't feel comfortable stealing it for me, maybe you could just let me know where he keeps it when it's not on him.
What's in it for me?
Well, I don't know. Maybe you want to have a friend in town. Maybe I'll owe you one, perhaps. I mean, I hope you know that I can be a very good friend. I mean, I wanted to make sure you knew about this. I've been waiting all day for you to show back up here.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
All right, buddy. Well, don't think too hard. I'll be seeing you.
I'm sure you will.
And he walks over to the edge of the building and just jumps off.
I'm just going to head back to the tavern.
Okay. So as you get back, you are in the common room and the door to your bedroom is still cracked just a little bit. You don't see any other activity from the other rooms.
I'm just gonna refill my. How big is the bottle that I got? In fluid ounces would you say?
20-ish, I suppose.
Oh man. All right. I'm gonna refill the flask. So I'm probably gonna have to drink about half of that remainder. Put the bottle back in my bag. Tuck that under my arm, and I'm sitting leaning back against the walls, looking directly at the door into our common area, and that's where I'm gonna fall asleep.
Okay. Cinder, have you probably fallen asleep at this point?
Yeah, I think at this point she probably has.
Okay. We'll assume the Ashen one is asleep. How about Vel?
Yeah, Vel would have gone to bed after his little nightly rituals.
Okay. So at this point, the entire party is now very close to or has fallen asleep. And one of you is having a dream. And it's a dream that you've had several times in the past. It's a corridor, ornately decorated in stone and marble, leading to a door. And this dream is Violet's dream. And Violet, as you feel yourself moving through this corridor, the door at the end of the corridor opens, and it is a nursery. And what you expect is that you expect to see that nursery is empty. And that's kind of how your dream always seems to go. There's a period of time where you're traveling through the corridor, you open the door, and then the emptiness of the room kind of just resonates with you, and then you wake up. But this dream feels slightly different. There's a twinge, and something happens in this dream that has not happened in the past. And you don't see it as much as feel it. A hand wreathed in fire, gripping your wrist. And you kind of just like hear this voice that starts as like a baby's cry. You see a bassinet that is empty, but you hear this baby's cry. And before it can really like take form, you feel that burning sensation like radiate through your arm, and you wake up. And everyone can hit the long rest button.
Oh, thank God.
That don't feel as good as I thought it would. I don't feel good. Got all my spells back. That don't feel good. Oh.
Sometimes you gotta take what you get.
Vel, even though you didn't have any dreams, when you wake up, you have this an image flashes in like in your mind as you're waking up, and you're not sure if it's a dream, if it's reality. It's like that moment before you're fully awake, and it's this hunched form. It kind of looks like some sort of feral beast. The tail almost seems mangy. The claws seem exaggerated. But before you can tell any real details, it disappears. But it is now morning time, and you're awake.
Was this like a sleep paralysis demon that was just like in the corner of the room for a second, or like, like
Honestly, like, yeah, like, I
Okay.
mean, it wasn't in the room. Like, it was kind of like its own separate thing, but like your body definitely felt like if it had lasted for longer than just a moment, a split second, you would have felt like the agony of not being able to move while asleep.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fun.
I think Violet definitely would have woken up before everybody because she went to bed immediately. And whatever the fuck that was. So I think she would be down in the in the tavern area, making sure everybody has like breakfast ready for them when they get up. Do I have to pay extra or is it included with the room?
Griff is still behind the bar, and he says, "Oh, it's 3 silver for breakfast."
I will give him a gold.
Okay.
I don't want change. That's a tip. It's a tip. And Cyrus is in that area, right? He was like asleep on like a chair.
Well, he would have been up in the room staring at the door to the common area that's upstairs, right, Cyrus?
Oh, he went back into the room.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was in the common area, but
Okay.
I don't sleep much. I'm probably up before everybody most days. So I'm probably out in the tavern bar area somewhere.
Okay.
Okay. I think Violet would get breakfast ready and then approach you where you are.
Okay. The only other person in the tavern is the same robed figure from the previous night. Now, neither of you would recognize him, but he is not sitting and crying to himself. He just seems to be sitting and enjoying a breakfast.
Okay. And he's still in the same robes?
He's still in the same robes.
Steering completely clear.
Okay.
Of this ritual freak. Anyways, as I approach Cyrus, good morning.
Morning.
Did you not sleep much?
No, I don't. Kind of as a habit. You give me a few, I'll get with you though. What's going on?
Oh, I suppose we're a little group now, so I'm just waiting on everybody else to get up. And Job's question.
Mm-hmm.
Did I get the breakfast right away, or is it something I'm waiting on?
It comes out after about a minute of sitting down. It's pretty quick.
Oh, okay. Well, I got us breakfast. Supposing you haven't eaten yet, no?
I'm not gonna turn down more food. Don't worry.
All right, of course.
You look. I don't mean to be presumptive or anything, but I mean we're a bit of a group, I know, but I don't think you trust us that much, do you?
But it's funny. My trust lies with people who have made sure I haven't died yet, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think just half dead, so still good to go, I suppose.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not just going to go all silly and just trust whoever. I definitely have my what is the word? Not suspicions. Concerns of some of the people here and that we've been traveling with for the last day actually. Um and I'm just gonna bury myself in my food. Just completely embarrassed.
Just kind of nod. Yeah, I wouldn't trust the bacon either.
Bacon? What do you mean don't trust the bacon? As I've got like a piece hanging out of my mouth.
I swear, not a one of you has a goddamn sense of humor, but where's Ash? You'll get along lovely with him, I'm sure.
Okay, well, to be fair, when people make jokes, they usually say it in like a joking manner instead of "don't trust the bacon." Like,
Where do you come from, Violet?
where do I come from?
Yeah.
I come from I'm from the mountains actually, far east from here. Yeah, far east.
Uh, and again, I don't mean to be rude. You have to understand, I'm not particularly noble as far as barons are concerned, but uh, you're very proper, right? Put together, kind of like, is that I don't know everybody where you're from?
Well, as a cleric of Saint Elmira, like, I have to be proper and well presented most of the time, not to soil my lady's name.
So it's faith more so than family.
Family first, faith after.
Interesting. Doesn't the magic you do come from your faith?
And like she'll like nervously fidget with the amulet she has on her neck. Um, yeah, yeah, it does.
I suppose it's working uh, pretty well so far. Just, I suppose, if you're planning on having a crisis of faith, just let me know beforehand, and I'll tone my own stupidity down ever so slightly. Or at least I will try to. I do tend to, you know, go face first into things, so no promises.
Well, no turn of faith anytime soon, I can tell you that.
Good. But you got to work on your fucking sense of humor, though. I mean, I do think we can have
Look,
measure
look,
of.
like honestly, like if you are going to make a joke with me, you have to say it in a joking manner because you can't just be so deadpan all the time. I think you, sir, need to grow a sense of humor.
Oh man, I've grown, cut one off, grown another. Here we are. Don't worry, I'll make sure to preface my jokes as jokes from here on out.
Because I do have a sense of humor. I will correct you on that. And I'm pretty funny myself. You should hear the jokes that I've made before.
Let me have one.
Oh, see, they have to be like an in the moment type of thing. Like, I'm not like a stand up comedian where I can just spew off jokes sitting down here, and there has to be a build up to the joke.
Well, I will let you take your time, build yourself up to it, catch me off guards if you have to, and see what you can do.
So in the table next to you, the monk turns and says, do you guys want to hear a joke?
Sir, I don't know if you were listening or if you read my mind, but I absolutely do. Please.
I heard you say that you wanted to hear a joke, so I've got one for you. What's brown and sticky?
I can think of several unpleasant things, but I'll stick with molasses for now. How's that sound?
It's close. It's really close, but the answer is a stick.
Sir, you have bested me at my own game. I am impressed.
And with that, he just turns and he gives you a thumbs up and he says, "All right, cool."
Wow, Cyrus, you are really a people person.
Under my very, very, very under my breath, and I'll probably do a little fake scratch of the nose as I'm doing it, because we recognize the robes. Yeah, I'd do just about anything to get that guy to step off right now.
But he seems so sweet.
Maybe, maybe not.
I think Vel at this point is gonna be coming out of the room, and he's just gonna walk up to the table and just start reaching over you two, grab his food off the table. He's gonna grab a piece of flatbread and just throw a piece of bacon on it, throw some fruit on it, throw some sauce on it, and like just like a very like there's no rhyme or reason about what's on this flatbread. He'll roll it up, stick half of it into his mouth, and then just like jump up to the rafters and just start doing pull-ups while just like slowly eating the flatbread.
So giving very douchebag Chad energy. Okay. Good morning to you too. You didn't need to take off my plates. You have your own.
Go on.
Jesus. Okay.
Griff very quickly comes and replenishes your food and provides some more rations. He seems very attentive ever since he got a very large tip from you.
I was gonna make an appropriate joke. God. I will refrain. I will thank him, of course. Where is Cinder and the Ashen One? Where are they?
We'll say that the Ashen One at the moment is just meditating in his room. He knows that you folks are planning on going to the Temple of Rymor today, and he has opted to stay behind for right now.
Okay.
Probably after an appropriate amount of time after this thought occurred for Violet's, give maybe a few minutes. Cinder will come downstairs or into the main area where everyone's at. Her black hair is a little bit disheveled, as are the feathers. And she sees you guys, and she's going to make her way on over. Oh, can I have some of that? And then she just starts going in.
Yes, I mean, it's for everybody.
Well, thank you very much.
Straight off of Violet's plate.
Like, there's like plates for everybody, and everybody's just taking off a Violet's plate, bro.
But your plate looks the best. Like the presentation of it and everything. It's immaculate.
I don't know, when you tip the bartender a lot, it's going to look good.
Yes.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning. So, what's the plan? What are we doing today?
I guess we have a funeral to attend.
Oh, that's right. A little bit darker than I was hoping. All right. Everyone sleep well. You all look rather expectant.
I slept great, actually. Did you sleep well? You look a little messy.
I slept pretty well. Just a bit tired, of course. It's been a long. Yesterday was quite a day, you know. It was a day. But
Yeah.
feeling better this morning, aside from having to go to a funeral, which is presumably in a temple, and having to deal with all of that. But yeah. Is that bacon?
It's bacon, yes.
She goes after the bacon.
Okay.
The bacon you pick up is shaped in the it looks like a swan, like an origami swan.
What? What?
I gave the bartender a tip, and I guess this is the.
How much did you tip him?
I think the food was like 2 silver for the morning. I gave him a gold.
Oh, that explains it.
I didn't think it was that much of a tip.
I don't think I've ever seen bacon folded into a bird before.
I have actually. I didn't think I didn't come to Seagate expecting all of this. The finer things.
Well, neither did I, to be quite honest, but well, it does make it a bit more easy to eat, and she just kind of pops it into her mouth.
As you're sitting there, the monk gets up. He's finished his breakfast and he's leaving, and he's carrying the box, and he like just looks over his shoulder and he says, "You know, the city is full of a lot of wonderful things if you give it a chance. Anyways, see you guys later." And he carries his box with him, and he leaves the tavern, and as he's leaving, just a tiny bit of the contents of the box kind of spill out onto the floor. Could I have everyone roll perception real quick?
It's probably gonna be like remnants of the jellyfish that exploded
Oh,
yesterday.
stop.
Oh, shit.
Speaking of a box,
Bad.
Nice.
we have a box ourselves that we
We
need to
do
open.
have a box.
Mhm.
13.
Okay.
15.
21.
Yeah,
Okay.
19.
Okay, buddy. Okay.
I'm doing well tonight. I'm gonna enjoy these brief moments while they, fuck
So
it.
those of you who did not get a 13.
Wow. I feel like you're kind of targeting
Yeah,
someone with that.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay, go on.
You see just it looks like a dry like gravelly substance, and most of it looks white, and there's like a pellet that looks orange that falls out.
I knew it. It's remnants of the jellyfish. Jesus.
Cinder is going to look at her newfound companions. Did you make friends with one of those fucking cultists?
He told us
How long was I asleep?
a very lovely joke, actually. Do you want to hear it?
I would like to hear it
Sure.
again.
You would like to hear it again? Let me tell you. This is the build up I
Alright,
was
let's
talking
hear
about.
it. Let's hear
This
it.
is the build up I was talking about. Violet is going to stand, brush her midsection off of any like breadcrumbs. What is brown and sticky?
Certain things do come to mind.
Do you want to take a guess?
I just shoved a bunch of bacon in my mouth. I don't want to take any guesses at the moment. Not mine.
It.
All right, come on, spit it out.
Okay.
Is this the delivery? What you would
I am just in such a good mood today.
Oh, right.
A stick,
A stick.
like from a tree, yeah. A stick.
No, I get it. It is brown. And technically it is sticky.
Belle's in the background, just still doing pull-ups. Hasn't stopped since he got up there,
Oh,
and just hear, ha!
I will be right back, and Violet is gonna kind of scurry off to the room, and in the common area where we left it is going to grab the box that we got and return to the table.
Okay. All right. So you are back, the four of you at the table with a box sitting in the middle of the table.
Do we want to open this in public?
There is literally nobody else in this tavern but us and the barkeep. And if he says anything, I've got more gold in my pockets I can lay off.
DM, is there anyone else in the tavern besides us and the barkeep?
There is not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was just the monk and he's gone. I will set it in the middle of the table and I will pull out the key. Who wants to do the honors?
I mean,
Nils
I
goes.
could.
I'm not good. I'm not doing it. I
I'll
will
do
hand
it.
the key to Cinder.
All right. I mean, we have the key for it. Why would it? I'm sure it's going to be just fine.
Yeah, just
I am a
face
bit
it away
curious.
from everybody when you open it up, just in case. Okay.
You're no fun. And with that, with a little bit of a flourish, she will go ahead and she'll pop that key into the keyhole and give it a twist. She's not being particularly careful, which
Okay.
I hope that doesn't bite me in the ass. But yeah, she will attempt to open it with the key that we got from the dead man's mouth and see what happens.
Okay. So you insert the key, you try twisting it, it twists, and you hear just the clicking, the internal tiny little clicks in that lock go quiet, and the lock pops off of the box. And now you have a lock of trickery.
Oh, I'm adding that to my inventory. Unless anyone else wants it.
You can have it. Open the box.
All right, I'm going to open the box. And kind of like a kid during whatever the Rymore version of Christmas is, she opens the box with the same exuberance and excitement.
So in the box, you see a small brooch, kind of like a little bit larger than a coin. And I'm going to show it to you here real quick. Hopefully I can get it doesn't look great, my art, but it's just my art, you know.
Are we MS painting it?
Oh God, not again.
So I'm gonna switch over to the to Roll20. You can kind of see that at the top there, what it kind of looks like. So it has two characters on it, and then a picture of a bird. And that's what the brooch looks like inside the box. All right, I'm gonna flip back to our other screen here. But that's what it looks like.
Does that look familiar to any of us?
Does it look familiar to any of us?
Does it look familiar to any of us?
Say the line, Alex.
Do it.
Does it look familiar to any of us?
Okay, you know. Where are you?
Does it look familiar to any of us?
That was pretty accurate.
That was pretty good.
We got a new Ashen one.
Hell yeah.
I'm not sure at the moment, to be honest with you. I'm assuming that question was aimed at me.
Yeah.
No, Jubs, you have to say the line too.
Oh, does he?
No, no. It looks familiar to me. So this is the only thing that is in this box, and if you pick it up and turn it over, it basically feels like maybe 3 to 5 coins worth of like material as far as the weight and the heft of it, and that is the only thing in the box. You look at the lid, you look kind of in the corners. There's nothing else in this box.
You said it was an emblem?
A like a brooch. It looks like it could be an emblem. Yeah.
How big is it?
Probably about like 3 inches across and 2 inches tall.
Okay.
Well, all I found in it was this gaudy piece of jewelry. Wanna take a look at it.
I will take it. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before. Well, I've seen things like it, but I haven't seen this particular thing. The characters that are on this, can I gather anything from it? Like, are they not necessarily like familiar, but like, I guess familiar is the word I would want to use here.
I think it's a good word. Are they-
Familiar is such
Okay.
a good word.
So, okay, so the brooch itself is not familiar to us. Are the characters familiar to us?
So those characters look like that. It's almost kind of like a scrawled text of some sort. What I will say is this is in a language that is not currently in regular use in Rymor. So I don't believe anyone here currently is like a archaeological expert.
Oh, did you not look at the background that I chose for Cinder?
I
No,
don't
it's not
know.
that. It's not that.
if there's something about that, I don't think I did.
Actually, I'm a brooch expert.
I'm a brooch expert that specifically has birds on it and strange characters. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm an
Check my background. Actually, Jubs, from my background, from my backstory, would I be able to maybe intelligence check it to see if I know what language it is? Or
You want
if
to
there's
roll
any
dice.
language. I want to roll my dice.
You could give a history roll.
A history?
Yeah.
Oh,
Could I also attempt a
I'm
history based off of
proficient in that.
my backstory?
Yeah, you could do that.
Okay.
21.
At least it's not freaking triple disadvantage. Okay. That was a 1 on the die for me for a grand
Ooh.
total of 2.
Nice.
Okay.
21.
Okay.
21. I
So
think I
with
got
the
this.
21, you have a strong feeling that this is ancient Rimic text.
Oh. Okay, so this is literally just beyond us. I will share the fact that it's ancient Rymorian text. I'm
So
assuming none of you are like history experts. Scribe.
what I'm wondering is, you say it's some sort of ancient text. The breach itself does not appear to be that ancient.
What I can assume, getting this from Mr. Romelle's belongings, that him, exploring ruins and being a professor of the old arts, that he has had some knowledge Maybe he has like a code somewhere that we could find if we go back to his office, or
Do you think his son would know?
we can ask him at the funeral.
Might be a bit of an awkward conversation, but I think it's the only lead that we have.
Yeah, I got nothing better else.
Mind if I take a look at that real quick, like?
I don't mind at all, and I will hand it over to Cyrus.
So, because I know you described its like its weight in terms of like coinage, but like looking this thing over, like in terms uh, of like materials and stuff,
hmm
um, like is this an expensive piece of jewelry, or is it a costume jewelry, or where on that spectrum would it fall?
There's copper, silver, and tiny bits of gold in it. So like it might be worth like a gold piece. The design of it is probably worth more than the material cost. It's not like anything like extravagant, but it definitely has a like it looks like it's not anything like super valuable.
Okay. And it's not something, or is it something where there could be anything hidden within it?
We all look at the DM expectantly.
Bats' eyelashes.
Make an investigation check.
All right. Well, that's decent. 19.
Okay. No, there is nothing hidden on this coin.
Okay. So thinking back to yesterday, when Maugan had, told me to draw them out, or told us, to draw them out, I'm gonna kind of turn the brooch back to you guys. If Professor Romelle thought this was worth hiding inside of a box with a magic lock on it, it's worth keeping in mind. So let's commit these symbols to our memory, and I suppose the entirety of this thing would be best. Let's keep our eyes open, all right, for anyone or anything rocking anything like this. Kind of look back at it. I don't know that it's something that would necessarily be out for us to see, but like you said, we do not have much to go on right now, and this is at least something. Something, I guess.
That it is.
My biggest question here has to be, why was this small thing put in such a large box? Like, was there anything else in the box? Is there a
I
false
don't-
bottom?
Honestly, I don't know, because I heard it ticking last time.
I'm assuming that was the lock.
I don't know.
With magical properties.
DM, can I determine if my fancy new lock of trickery was making the tick tick noise, or if that was something else? Dun dun dun.
Tell me how you would test that.
Okay, so Cinder is going to leave the box on the table.
Mhm.
And she is going to probably walk maybe about 10, 15 feet away from the box, and she is going to pull out that lock, and she is going to listen for it. She's also going to kind of like put the key in, so testing it for when it's locked and unlocked, if there's any difference in sound.
Okay.
And depending on the results of that, then she'll go back to the box and reverse, vice versa,
Yep.
that process to see if the box makes a noise.
The old scientific method.
Indeed. Cinder is nothing but a scientist.
As soon as you close the lock and you hear it click in place, you hear the very slight ticking again.
It's just a lock.
Well, I still have a lot of questions too, like who put the key to the box inside the dead man's mouth?
Probably the dead man himself in a last ditch effort to get this in our hands.
Yeah, it could be. And then
Why wouldn't he just say something?
We didn't have a lot of time. Last thing he
Well-
he did was grab me, tell me to draw him out, and then get eaten by a
Wait, he said
tadpole.
what?
He told me to draw them out.
Draw
I
them
don't
out.
know.
Who is them?
What does that mean?
I've been considering it since he said it.
Draw them out.
Thought it might have been them jellyfish folk, frankly, the way they swarm the scene. But
hold that thought, and I'm going to run out the tavern. I'm going to look down the street left and right. Do I see a frumpy looking man in a cloak walking?
Oh, look at this guy making a show of it, rolling these dice.
Why is he rolling so many dice?
I think he's doing it just to get under our skin, honestly.
So before I roll this,
I can do that too.
if I roll an 8 or higher, I'm going to say no. You don't see anyone.
How many dice are you rolling?
3.
On any of them?
3d6. I'm rolling 3d6.
Are they rolling? I thought you were rolling 3 d20s, and if
And
any
I'm
roll
like-
over an 8.
I'm like,
No, no.
statistically speaking, we're gonna get above 8.
Yeah, I was like, just say no, Jeb. Still break my heart.
No.
Don't tease me, Jebs. What the heck?
So I said if I got a 9 or higher, I was going to say no, and I got a 14. So you do not see anyone.
I will run back inside. Griff, do you know where that gentleman lives or stays at? The one that was here all night.
Oh yeah. Well, he's here most evenings for dinner and also most mornings for breakfast. He doesn't stay here, but I don't know where he lives. He was making a big hubbub about feeding the fish or feeding the jellyfish this morning. I don't know.
Do you happen to know where they might be doing that?
Well, every morning they feed the fish at the main central pylon.
All right, thanks, Griff. And I'll look back at the rest of the group. Guys, I may have created a little bit of an in with the jellyfish people.
You did what?
I may have created a bit of an in with the jellyfish people.
The ones who murdered that man last night.
Those exact ones, yes.
All right, note to self: don't leave you unsupervised. It seems.
That's a fair point. But if there is someone who is very suspicious or who may know ancient runic text, both of those boxes can be checked by the jellyfish people.
Okay, well, no, actually, because just listen. If we are going to work and travel as a group, then we need to work and travel as a group instead of just making these rash decisions all by ourselves. I do not think that we should be going to the jellyfish people about anything until we meet Mr. Romel's son to get a better understanding of where Melgen standed in this city.
And even then, I don't know, they seem a dangerous sort.
I mean, that's totally fine with me. How about this? If we don't figure anything out, we can hopefully meet that guy here this evening.
I
He
suppose.
seemed. I should probably preface that he was not happy with what happened. He definitely did seem like the fanatical type. He was very upset.
Oh.
If he was a crazy book thumper, then I definitely would not have had that conversation with him.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm fine with having a conversation, but I definitely don't want to approach a whole group of them. This one, perhaps, but not while they're feeding the jellyfish or whatever they do.
Fair enough. Hey, but if we approach him, though, it might end up with us being the shit out of a lot of them. So there's always that possibility.
I suppose.
Remember, you miss every punch you don't throw.
You're not wrong. All right, so our plan is we're going to go to this funeral. We're going to pay our respects. We're going to talk to his son. And depending on how that goes, we may or may not go talk to a cultist.
I suppose.
Sounds like we have another exciting day ahead of us.
Well, if everybody is done eating, I suppose we could go now.
I suppose.
I'll just start loading whatever's left onto another piece of flatbread and just roll it up into just like a leaking flatbread mess and just start chopping on that on the way out.
All right.
Reminds me of somebody. I will do that thing that I do, and I am going to like gather all of like the dirty plates and stuff and bring it over to the bartender's bar griff. Yeah.
Just hear him
Yeah.
say, "Thank you very much, ma'am."
You're welcome. We might be back tonight for another night. Have a good day, and I will walk
Okay.
with my group.
So as you guys set out for another day of amazing adventure, we're going to take a quick 10-minute break, and we will be back in just a few minutes.
Oh yeah,
All right.
break time.
All right, welcome back, everyone. We rejoin our party as they have set out to attend the funeral of Malgan Romelle. And as you get to the temple, you arrive at the temple, and there is a procession waiting to go to the to the to the graveyard. They have not begun their procession yet, but people are gathering kind of outside of the temple. And that is where we come back.
Is there anybody that seems to be approached a lot, like, I don't know, Malgin Romelle's son, perhaps,
Perhaps.
where like they go up and pay their respects to him, like, sorry, your dad died.
Mhm.
Jesus God, what is wrong with me today? Sorry.
Subtle teeth. I
is-
So you see people gathering, and near where they have a wooden casket outside of the temple, there is an older lady and a young man who seem to be greeting folks as they arrive. And you see in like 3 or 4 other like kind of groupings, 5 people there, 6 people there. And you notice that the tall younger man standing with the older woman is wearing an oversized sweater type of a shirt with the colors matching the Marrow Deep Institute, which would be kind of like a dark green and brown.
Oh, terrible color combination. Come on, guys. Put me in charge. I guess I will take the lead and approach. As I'm approaching, does the younger man resemble Mr. Romelle in any way in the face that would indicate that this is his son?
So the young man has bright red hair.
Okay. Well, Romelle was bald, so that doesn't help.
You do notice that his eyes seem like a little bit sunken, kind of similar to how Romelle and his eyes looked. The young man definitely seems to have like a similar nose and mouth shape to the older woman standing next to him, but you can kind of tell by the sunken eyes that he does resemble Malgin in that way.
Okay. I will approach. Grand Romelle?
Yes. Did you know my father?
We weren't close, but we were on the path to being close. I'm very sorry for your loss.
Thank you very much. Everyone's welcome here today, and the lady next to him has a handkerchief, and she's just dotting the corner of her eye,
I feel
and
bad.
she says, "Thank you for coming and paying your respects. He touched so many people's lives."
Were you his wife?
Yes. Yes,
I'm very sorry for your loss.
Thank you very much.
May Saint Elmira guide him.
Thank you.
I'm gonna cry. Okay. I don't mean to come off as rude, but the state that he was in, do they have open casket?
It is a closed casket.
Okay. I will give a little bow to his family, and I will walk off into the crowd.
Okay. As you are walking, you recognize the man in the temple you spoke with yesterday,
The dwarf?
the dwarf.
Okay.
He's outfitted in bright reds and whites, which is very, like you can tell that it is a very Ryman-esque ceremonial robe that he is wearing.
I'm keeping an eye out for Anybody that would look like they hold a position of power here in Seagate.
Okay.
Like they just look all high and mighty, like perhaps like anybody that would look like they're part of the council. One of the 13, well, 12, that's so fucked. 12 council members now.
Okay. Hmm.
It's fucked that you have to roll to see attendance at a funeral, Hubelio.
The dice gods giveth, and the dice gods taketh away. You know how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say that you kind of move off and kind of off to the side, and you're kind of scanning the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else, what are y'all up to?
Could you? So we're not in the temple. We're in a graveyard that is adjacent to the temple.
So you're basically in the concourse in front of the temple. It looks as though they're getting ready to transport the casket to a graveyard.
And the people that are here, they're just kind of in a general throng. Then it seems.
Yes, correct.
Okay. I am trying to find somewhere. Okay. Is it so? There's the temple and the graveyard, I assume, is kind of adjacent to it. Is there like a courtyard that we are all in then right now?
There is no graveyard that seems to be super close to where you're at right now. Where you're at is basically like the temple has almost like a plaza that is connected to the road. So it's like off the main road, but it's still like cobblestone. It's like a cobblestone plaza that that people are currently gathered on. So they're off to the side. They're not in the middle of the road, but they are basically between the road and the entrance to the temple.
Okay. Is there anywhere that I could get a little bit of height?
There are houses nearby, but they would probably be somewhere in the vicinity of like 50 to 70 feet away from the plaza. The temple itself has steps leading up to the entrance that's probably about like 3 to 4 feet in height above the plaza. And then, of course, the temple itself is, I want to say, probably 40 to 50 feet tall.
Okay. Okay, then I will just be staying out of whatever crowd. I'm going to be on the perimeter, kind of lazily walking along. But where Violet's looking for affluent, powerful, people, I am looking for the exact opposite. What I want to look for the guy with his hood up that keeps looking over to the right. I want to look at the person that keeps looking down at the nobleman's coin purse. I'm looking for shitheads in the crowd at this man's funeral.
You're looking for the shady guys.
Yeah.
You're looking for Steve. Like, let's be honest, guys.
Steve is just in the corner, like, what's that?
Question for you, Cyrus. How conspicuous are you at this moment?
Oh, I'm never conspicuous. So it's very much kind of strolling about, making like I'm out at the outskirts, but I'll make idle chit chat with these people that I don't know. So it comes off as very naturalistic.
Okay. if someone were in a similar position as the two of you, kind of scanning the crowd, um, what would they see when you would be moving around in the crowd, Cyrus?
So the mark in this case that I'm using to describe myself is anybody that's like particularly emotional. Like I'll make sure that I go over and I'm comforting them. I'll draw them into an embrace. Oh, don't worry. But I'm not like I'm doing that, but I'm I'm glancing up while I'm doing that. Okay, who's looking at me? Who's looking where they're not supposed to be looking? Who's behaving like in a manner that they should not be behaving? And so I'm using other people's legitimate grief to hide the fact that, one, I clearly don't care that this guy just died, and that I am very clearly using this entire situation to further my own ends.
Okay. So I think what I want to do is I don't even know if something is going to come of this, but I would like to have you do something to kind of establish something I'm going to call passive stealth. And I want to have you make a stealth roll at disadvantage just to see what your passive stealth is looking like.
That's a 21.
Okay.
I rolled a 19 and a 13, so.
All right. Okay.
What is your plus? That's crazy. I don't like rogues. Get out of here.
So teased.
I'm good at like 3 things, okay?
All right. Thank you very much.
Jokes is not one of them.
Wow.
All right. So, Cinder and Varanvel.
Well, speaking of conspicuousness, Vel is currently a half-naked Triton Valkyrie that just walked into a funeral.
Yep.
Sounds like the start of a joke. And Vel, realizing this is a ceremonies event, he is going to step back out of the funeral and get Cinder's attention.
What is it?
Cinder, could you just hold on to this real quick? And he is going to undo the sash wrapped around his waist, and it looks like a big kind of piece of cloth that has always been kind of wrapped around the abdominal. That is the lowest piece of fabric that he has before his bare chest, and he'll have you hold that in, if you will.
All right. What do you want me to do with this? Just hold on to it.
Just hold on right there.
All
and
right.
he will start spinning away from you, and this piece of fabric he will spin almost 40 feet away from you as this fabric begins to unfold, and it's a thin silk. And the outside of it that was facing outside was a deep blue, but the inside is vibrant with hues of blues and yellows and greens, and the shades of all of them. And once he gets to the very end, he will re-tie it around his waist and start spinning back towards you almost chaotically. But as he starts spinning, this sash begins to form a very ornate, almost like skin tight lawn. What's the term for like those those coats that have the lawn back ends? You know what I'm talking about?
Tailcoat?
Like a tailcoat?
Yeah, almost like a tailcoat where the tail. Thank you. The tail will come out to his back, and the rest of the piece of cloth will cover his entire body. And he will get towards you and tuck it back in, and now he's like completely decked out with this like ceremonial garb. And
You certainly know how to make an outfit change.
yes, I mean, this is what we generally wear for our ceremonies. Hopefully, this is not too much of a. This is too much for these.
I don't know, but I feel like you're doing better than I am.
Okay. I'm sure that it's not been too much of a secret, but I'm not really big on the whole social aspect of things. It looks like our two companions just felt right at home here. What the fuck should we be doing right now?
Don't entirely know. I was going to go talk to the Romelles and, do the condolences and everything. And I don't know, kind of try to, I guess, nonchalantly see if they knew who he was working with. But like subtly, you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. I don't know how that's going to happen.
I don't either. All right. I don't. Seems like those two are off. They have a plan in mind. I think we should also try and keep an eye out if there's anyone who might be looking possibly at us.
Well, I will probably be the one staying out like a sore thumb here. I usually am.
Do you see me?
Oh,
Do you see me?
that was about the preface that this might be the first time there might be an exception to that.
I think so.
But I have a sense that our friends might be looking out, so maybe we can help them by sticking out.
I can do that rather easily.
All right, let's go stick out.
All right. Like I was born for it. And with that, Cinder, she will not have her wings pressed as closely to her back as she typically tries to.
Mm-hmm.
It's just gonna be just a little out, you know. But not like out. You know what I'm saying, right? Yeah. Okay. And she is going to kind of make larger movements and make her way towards the Romelles. And she's going to approach them and say, I'm terribly sorry about your loss. I didn't know him for very long, but he seemed like a very good man.
The older woman looks up at you and says, He went so suddenly. I wish I had a chance to say goodbye to him. Thank you, though.
I'm sure he wished he had that chance as well. But, you know, he was a good man. He was important. He touched the lives of so many. Not many people can say the same.
How did you know him?
Well, we actually just met only yesterday. He wanted to talk, and we did so, and we might have been there when it happened.
So when you say that, the young man was not really paying attention to you, and he like turns his head and looks at you, and the woman says, "Come again? What was that?"
I met him yesterday, and we were there when it happened.
Who was there? Who are you
Some
with?
companions of mine. They're here. They're
Yeah, I'm awkwardly standing behind Cinder during this interaction as well.
And
he was here.
Yeah.
so the priest, he steps forward and he says, "Yes, these were the people that I told you about, Muriel. They brought him to the temple, along with Buford." "Oh, you're friends of Buford?"
Yes, I'm
"Oh,
quite good friends with Buford.
Buford, he's so brave, isn't he?
Quite so.
I only
Is
wish he..."
he here? I don't think I see him.
So as you turn, you see a man dressed in white pants with finely tailored shoes, a bright blue shirt, and a white overcoat fitted perfectly, and a red scarf around his neck. And you recognize the Sea Glass Sentinel.
Oh, motherfucker.
Looking like the bad guy in every southern small town film.
Well, at least we know why he calls himself the Sea Glass Sentinel. Because if my name was Buford, bro,
Bro.
my mother would be murdered. That's embarrassing.
And before you have a moment to react, the young man says, Biff, you made it. What's up? And they clap hands and do kind of like the bro hug where like they hold hands and then they get one around the back. They pat each other on the back. And they say,
Jubs,
and
I didn't think there was any way you could have possibly made me hate a character more. And you've just proven it. Oh,
and you hear the young man say, I'm really glad you're here, bro. This is so tough. And I know that you're really busy, but it's good to see a friendly face. And Biff looks up and makes eye contact with all four of you somehow.
Great.
And he, just like this extremely winning grin flashes on his face for just a second, and then like it comes back down. He says, Garand, you're like a brother to me. I don't think I would have been able to live with myself if I didn't come and show my support today. But this day is not about me, it's about you. How are you doing? And he says, we're hanging in there. We're hanging in there. And Biff wanders off to speak with a few other members in the crowd.
I will walk over to him. Buford, it's glad to see you're here.
Hey, if it isn't you're the townsperson, right?
Something like that.
Hey, man, don't worry. If something else goes down, I got you covered. I can take care of things.
Anything that we should be aware of? Any other dangers that we should be able to call you for?
Well, not while I'm around. Don't worry about it.
Good to know.
He slaps you pretty hard on the shoulder.
I'm going to try to step back and avoid the slap if I can.
Okay. Let's see. He misses and stumbles forward a little bit. It's like, oh, you're quick.
I'm going to be walking away from him, and I retort to him and link back up with Cinder.
As he's going, or as you're going, the rest of you are like, kind of like watching, and like he misses, and he like realizes that you're gone from the conversation, and he's just like, yeah, oh, see you later. All right, bye. And then he goes on to talk to a few other folks.
Let's get back to Cinder. Oh. Is it just me, or does that guy just rub you in every wrong way possible?
Honestly, I feel like that man is like a walking headache. Like just seeing him, I just feel his pressure right here, and I feel like he needs to be slapped. Like really hard.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I have nothing to say. I do. I am interested to find out is if he's some kind of folk hero around here to everyone, or if it's just
Honestly,
he.
I think he is some sort of folk hero, but I think there's more going on. I mean, obviously he's a charlatan. I mean, he's transparent, but I don't know. I get the feeling there's something else.
Yeah, it's maddening because I'm unsure if he's as powerful as everyone says he is. It
Well,
seemed like he waited for the deed to be done with our friend.
I don't know. It was happening really fast. It was hard to tell, but I didn't exactly get the feeling that that creature was on its last leg when it happened. So, I don't know. And it was. And she looks around, just kind of making sure that this guy is completely out of earshot. Is he out of earshot? As far as Cinder can tell.
Mhm.
Okay, I don't like how you said that, but okay. Um, she looks around and then she turns back to Vel. To be fair, it was a rather good shot. So there might be something behind it, some sort of skill, and I don't think this bravado, this, I don't know what you want to call it, I don't think that is all there is to it.
Oh, I do not deny his skill, more of his timing was impeccable if the goal was to not save someone.
Oh. You make a fair point. You make a very fair point. Hmm.
But it's just mindless conjecture until there's some proof behind it.
Well, it's an easy theory to get behind because he's so easy to dislike.
Oh, I absolutely want to hope. I absolutely.
God.
If he turns out to be a genuinely good guy, that's going to be very upsetting for the entire plot.
Honestly, it will be. I hope that's not the case.
Well,
I don't know. I just at one point in time, I just want to slap him so hard. That's all I know.
So as you're having this conversation, and then as some of you are scanning the crowd, you notice to the east the main pylon beam reverberates a little bit, and it's still dark out. But as the beam reverberates, the dwarf comes forward and says, "My children, it is time we proceed to the graveyard. Please come forward and join us as we bring our dear brother to his resting place." And the pylon reverberates, and you see in the distance above the dome jellyfish starting to congregate near where the pylon touches the top of the dome. And you notice that they are showing up there because they are slowly starting to glow. They are feeding off of the nutrients that have been released into the pylon that has now been disseminated up through the pylon. And as if on cue, the dome seems to shimmer. And you notice why after just a few moments. You begin to feel a very light drizzle come down from the dome. and it begins to come down as people gather around the casket and carry it, and there's a procession that leads towards the Sea Glass City. And as that procession leads towards the Sea Glass City, you notice there are a few people that seem like they are getting some attention, or there's some deference being paid. You're seeing like little like social cues that these people might have some sort of standing, like a standing or importance or some sort of additional presence, you might say. One is a halfling woman, about 3 feet tall. She looks quite elderly, and she exudes a presence and authority far greater than her stature. She has a gray dress on with maroon highlights. She does not wear a necklace, but she has earrings that hang down about 2 inches, gold inlaid with rubies. And she is standing next to another woman who is wearing something like akin to like a thick Carhartt, like almost jean material. Does not look like she's really dressed up all that much. It looks like she's actually just came in from working in the field or something. She's got brown hair tied up in a bun, not wearing any jewelry. It doesn't look like she's really dressed properly for this event, but it doesn't seem to really impact the way that people are regarding her. So these two women are walking together. You see also your good friend Biff carrying one corner of the casket, along with Garand, and another one of the pallbearers stands out to you. He's dressed all in black. It's not an ostentatious outfit, but it's very well tailored. The shirt comes down directly to his waistline, and even though they are in the midst of a very somber moment, you can tell that there's camaraderie between the three of these men. Well, actually, 2 men and 1 elf, because Biff is an elf.
Do you recognize the fourth one?
The fourth one is an older man wearing chainmail armor with a green and yellow insignia on the armor. His hair is graying. Doesn't seem as in step or in sync with the other 3. And as the procession begins, they take the first turn they can to climb up into Sea Glass City. And it's a ramp that swiftly leads up into the upper city. And you notice that the guard station is not, like, the guards are not interrogating everyone as they're going on this procession. It seems like they're not really combing over every single person as they go through. Do you follow the procession into Sea Glass City?
Cinder does.
Yeah, kind of at the back of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll stay fairly as close as I can get to the casket without being out of place.
Okay.
Violet would fall into step with Cyrus.
Your first step into Sea Glass City is muted somewhat by falling rain, the kind of slow plodding pace of this procession. But it's impossible not to see the beauty of this place. Warm, arcane amber glows from flower-shaped sconces set along the elevated promenades of the district. Manor houses clad in powder blue stone, ivory brick, and sea glass tiles overlook glistening canals. Coral wrought railings and shell inlaid shutters glint in the soft gold light, giving the district a perpetual warmth. Floating lanterns drift lazily above wisteria-draped plazas, where noble families parade wealth in silks, carriages, and arcane familiars shaped like butterflies or songbirds. Floral enchantments keep the air fragrant and unseasonably pleasant, and music drifts from unseen instruments in garden alcoves.
Once we're in the Sea Glass district, I'm going to pop Oz out, and have him. So I'm going to have him appear 30 feet over my head, and then he's going to just fly up and just going to be kind of doing these circles over the procession as we're going through. And I'll probably like jump into him just for a second every now and then, but mostly he's just up there, and I'm telling him to come get me if he sees, if he thinks that there's someone making aggressive movements.
Okay. So in your observance, the crowd is moving as normal. You're not seeing anything untoward, but you are noticing that these guards are quite a bit more regimented than the ones that you were very easily able to escape in the administration district. For one thing, any of the guards that are not within line of sight of the procession from the ground, you can tell they have a very high level of awareness and alertness. Think like Buckingham Palace guards. They're not like everyone like steps way to the side when one of the guards walks by. You can tell that there's an acceptance of the alertness that is part of the workings of this district. But you're not really able. That's the one thing that really stands out to you as you're observing.
Perfect. Okay. For once in my life, I'm actually happy about the presence of law enforcement because I think that'll make it more obvious.
Okay. Is anyone else doing anything while the procession makes its way to the graveyard?
I think Cinder is keeping an eye out, trying to be like really observant on just like the people in front of her. She's probably not turning back, but just trying to see if there's any sort of activity that does not seem related necessarily to the procession. Definitely keeping an eye out in case there's people just, I don't know, looking shady. Maybe they've
Okay.
got something else on their mind. Anyone who just kind of stands out in that regard.
I think Vel, just the only thing what Vel wants to do is, as the rain's falling, he's just gonna stick his hand out for a few seconds, let it collect, and bring it to his mouth. Is it salt water or fresh water?
It is salt water.
Okay. Does it seem like the does it seem like there is basically the dome is allowing a certain amount of saturation come through?
Yes.
Okay. I think Vel is just going to keep an eye into the ocean. I think the only thing he'd be really good for right now is understanding the ocean. And if anything just like weird or unnatural begins to happen with that, he will try to be a forewarner.
So if any huge shadows start to form,
Yeah,
you might be aware of it.
yeah, if the Kraken begins to
Okay.
or anything like that, yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. So as the procession arrives at the graveyard, the pallbearers set the casket down, and the dwarven priest steps to the head of the plot, and everyone kind of gathers around. And he produces a book lined with gold and inlaid with pearls, silver, rubies. And this definitely seems like the book someone has mentioned to you, Cyrus. He opens the book, turns to a passage, and begins speaking to the crowd. And for the majority, people seem to have their eyes cast down. Um, several people have handkerchiefs, and the mood is decidedly somber. Cyrus, you are not seeing anyone really trying to get away with any hijinks or anything of that nature. And after a few moments, they lay the casket down into its resting place. And people begin to disperse.
Disperse as in like leave, or are they mingling with each other?
Some leave, a few leave, and some are mingling. After the service is concluded, and it feels as though the tone of the event of the people there is a little bit lighter.
I would like to walk up to the open grave,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna reach up into my smock, pull the little brooch out, hold it up ostensibly that I'm looking at it, but realistically, what I'm doing is making sure that anybody who's looking at me can see it, and then I'm gonna flip it down into the open grave, give a little nod of respect. And is the father, the preacher with the book, is he still by the grave?
He's speaking with the widow, but he is near the grave. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna walk off, but I'm gonna keep my eye on him, and I'm gonna watch where he goes when he leaves.
Okay. Make a perception roll real quick.
All right. There's a bad one. Oh, actually, 11. That's okay.
Everyone making a perception roll.
Oh, everyone. These dice do not seem to regard me very kindly today.
Well, Vel shouldn't be good at these rolls, but he's actually been doing good at them. That was a 19 again.
Okay.
Jeez. I got a 6.
Okay. Sorry, what did Violet get?
18. I was doing math.
Okay. So Violet and Vel. This is like a moment like in a noir thriller where like someone just like in the middle of a scene you have people just like having conversations but like glances happen. The two women are speaking with a group of people but their eyes connect with Cyrus for a moment. The priest's eyes look up for a moment. They flicker. The three young men, two young men, one elf, are in the midst of a conversation, and the man with the finely tailored black outfit glances up briefly at Cyrus before going back to the conversation. And this is something that the two of you see.
Vel is going to make very obvious eye contact with every one of those members. Just slowly look at them until they notice me look at them, nod, then move on to the next one and just clock every one of them in the funeral. And then once I clocked every one of them and I noticed they clocked me back, I will look at the casket. And then I'm going to just walk over to Cyrus and say, if the plan was what you were thinking of doing, it worked.
Pleasure to meet you too, sir. Cyrus Eldamar. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
It's me, Vel.
Me, Vel? Me, Vel. What language is that? I'm not familiar. Get the fuck away from me, you idiot. Is that Valkyrie?
You see a moment where like you can almost see the reflection in like Vel's eyes of him pushing you into the hole. But then it just like there's like an internal dialogue where Vel just sees himself doing that, and then he is going to walk away.
As you're leaving, I'll just, blessings upon you, sir. Have a better day, and then look away back into the crowd at nobody. Because I don't know that anybody necessarily in particular is looking at me, but like I know full well what I was doing is painting a target about the size of my face on my face. And so I am deliberately not going back towards the party or in any of their directions.
Are you walking away? Just away from like basically everyone?
So I'm going to go kind of towards like the other side, if you will, of whatever this crowd looks like.
Yeah.
I'm still making sure that I can see, the man in his very fancy book, but I'm also being very deliberate to wherever I am. Like, okay, I can see him, but I do not want to be close to any of the party members, just in case someone's about to blow me up.
Okay. It doesn't seem like there's anything that you're doing is catching any undue notice.
I think I would move up to next to Violet Um, Violet, did you clock them too?
Yes. Hold on. I am going to cast locate object, and I don't know if this is going to work. But it does say that I can locate the nearest object of a particular kind, such as certain kind of apparel, jewelry, furniture, tool, or weapon. And I want to locate object on like the brooch, not like that particular brooch, but like just brooches in general of the same make to see if I get any pings.
Give me just a moment here.
Fel's like, whoa, I have one too. That's fun.
Kind of apparel, jewelry, furniture, tool, or weapon.
Yeah, I would think if Violet did it like brooches with crows on them, and then like specifically thought not the one that's we had in our
Not
possession.
that one though.
Yeah, but every other one.
Well, if I'm away from the grave, it says the nearest object of a particular kind. So if anybody else has it, like if I'm moving towards like people that are not near where it is, maybe I'd get a ping off of them.
I'm gonna say for this at least, you're already aware of that object that's in that Cyrus just tossed in the grave. So you're not going to, your spell is not going to ping back that. What you're looking for is something similar to that. And you get a ping.
From who? And if you say the Sea Glass Sentinel, I'm murdering him on the spot.
Let's go.
I hate him. I hate him so much.
So you sense
I'm over here changing my alignment in my character sheet.
you sense the direction of the object's location as long as that object is within 1,000 feet of you. This is a concentration spell.
It is.
The ping you get is in the direction of the two men and the elf.
Which one is done?
Which one is what?
Which one is it on?
I swear to God, if you have to roll dice again.
Yeah, before this gets any farther, I would say that at this point, like while this is happening, I would have linked up with Cinder and just caught you, very quickly caught you up on what's going on.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Because otherwise, she was just like, in her own little world.
You're just playing hacky sack in the corner. That's it.
Before you have a chance to like move around and triangulate, like where, like the exact direction it is, the priest is going to wave his hand and counterspell the locate object. Because you have cast a spell that has verbal, somatic, and material components. So everyone there hears you. Like, describe exactly how you would cast this locate object.
Well, I would hold my amulet and concentrate on a brooch of the same make and probably whisper something in infernal.
Okay. So it's not going to be his reaction. Like, you end up getting the spell off and you detect the direction.
Well, if I get it off, then that makes no sense that he would be counterspelling. Because counterspell is a reaction.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say he just takes a moment before his reaction allows him to counterspell it. So you get a moments of directionality
Okay.
out of the spell, and then he waves his hand, and his hand glows red for a moment, and he says, "Please, let's not let's not disturb the peace with spell casting."
Were you disturbed? Was
Don't-
anybody here disturbed?
I wasn't.
as you say that, like people just kind of like a hush falls, and people look in your direction, but no one responds.
I personally believe that the biggest disturbance here is now that I am frustrated and angry at you, a fellow person of faith, for disrupting you are no man of faith.
I believe that's for Rymor to decide.
Do you hold no respect for any of the other gods?
I hold Ryman above the others, but every god has their place.
Right. We're in an open area, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Did before that did Biff was not one of the people that we clocked, correct?
So the clocked people were Biff, Garand, and the well-dressed man in black.
And just to make sure I'm not saying, Biff is the Sea Glass Sentinel.
Biff is the Sea Glass Sentinel.
Okay.
Buford.
Buford, Biff, Sea Glass Sentinel. Okay. Seeing that, just like while this altercation is happening and it's getting kind of heated,
Mhm.
I'm going to start just kind of casually making my way within reaching range of Biff.
Okay.
All right. Sorry for the interruption, B.
No, you're good. I needed a moment to think. I think Violet's gonna walk away. She's going to leave.
I think Cinder is going to kind of converge with Violet as Violet makes her leave.
As Vel gets close to the Sea Glass Sentinel, clad in his very fancy white outfit, he turns to Vel and he says, "Hey there, friend. Decide to come and hang out for a little bit?" And he tries to smack your arm again.
I will let it happen. I'll kind of stand there and just be a little rigid for a second before kind of letting it happen. But
Okay.
Doesn't take a psychologist to tell that I did not enjoy that.
Okay.
Biff, I came over here because I have a feeling that's out of you all. And I will glance up at the two elves, the guy in black and the priest.
It's the guy in black and Garand, who is Romelle's son.
And Grand.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
You're the one with the brains.
Well, you have to have a bit of a brain to take on monsters as ferocious as the ones that I can defeat.
That's what I figured. How about let's have a talk? I think our group and your group might have something in common.
talk, you say? Well, I've got to be at a little bit of a. I've got a little bit of a thing going on in a few. Well, maybe in about an hour or so. But how? What can I do you for?
Well, I don't think right now is the appropriate time to talk about such things, but I'm sure that any event won't start until you get there.
Well, I do sometimes show up fashionably late, if you know what I mean.
Well, perfect. Then how about you come meet us at the. Can I remember of a fairly discreet area that wasn't just like a crossroads, but also somewhere where it was fairly open?
I mean, the plaza in front of the temple might be
Maybe
describe
not
that.
somewhere where there's jellyfish people within running distance. Oh, how about the college? Was there like kind of like an open area near the college,
The quad, yeah.
the quad? Um, I'll look back at Cinder and Violet and kind of like give you a shrug, like just see if you guys give me any kind of indication back of how this direction should go.
Violet's gone. She walked away from the entire thing completely.
I'll look at Cinder.
Cinder had followed.
And then seeing no one's once again, second time, Vel has turned back and like just sees the backs of his companions. Vel will snap back around and say, let's meet at the quads in, let's say, 30 minutes.
Oh, okay, yeah. 30 minutes. I'll see you there, buddy.
Sounds good. Biff. And I'm gonna smack him, not damaging hard on the arm, but pretty hard.
Okay. He definitely seems to be expecting this sort of like physical contact, and he just like nods at you as you walk away.
Actually, with that slap on the arm, could I have used that as like almost like a way to actually gauge his strength?
Yeah.
Like, did he actually feel genuine, very solid and strong when I spat on his shoulder? Or
Yes. Yeah. He
Okay.
definitely seems like you can kind of tell he lifts.
okay, yep. I will kind of speed walk back to Vel and Cinder, or Violet and Cinder. Hey guys, I figured that if Biff is one of these individuals, he's the one that we want to beat the shit out of. But if we don't want to meet him at the quad, it would also be just as funny for him to go there and no one to be there. Either way, do we want to meet up with him? Maybe try to get some information out of it.
I think that could be a good idea, as much as I do want to punch him in the ever-living face. Violet, what was that all about? I didn't quite catch that.
Well, I was trying to be helpful for us, and I was denied my right to my God-given will. And you speak Infernal, right, Cinder?
Yes.
Violet would look back at the direction they came from, and in Infernal will say, "That miserable fucking wench."
In Infernal, Cinder will say, you know, I have not had too many good experiences casting spells in public. They don't seem to understand.
What I don't understand is I had an interaction with this man, and we connected on a level of holiness, I guess. And to deny my right.
I don't mean to sound like an asshole, but what right do any of us have? I mean, this was some Rymenian ceremony, and I don't know. I mean, you follow a different god. I follow a different god. He follows a different god. I don't know what god Mr. Romelle followed, but I don't know. It might be there might be some more social nuance to all of this.
I don't know anything that's going on. I barely knew Mr. Romelle.
No.
He was entirely vague. Everybody has been vague up until this point, and my frustration and patience is growing very, very thin.
So how about then? It's still all in Infernal. How about we go back to the college? We talk to these people, and we get some information. And I don't know if our patience wears thin. It wears thin, and what happens happens. I wouldn't be too distraught.
All right. I'm telling you, if I see that C-Glass Sentinel again,
I think he might be going there. So I would expect to see him, and I would also say to not start anything until it needs starting. You know? If it needs starting.
right.
I feel like Vel is just like looking back between you guys because when you say you speak Infernal, I just imagine it's just you know, like some crazy demonic language, you know. So like Vel is just like looking back, and at the end say, it may just be a Valkyrie thing, but typically it's polite to speak the same language as everyone else in the room. Also, the sounds that just came out of each one of your mouths has been some of the most disturbing things I've heard my entire life. So,
Okay, so I was just disrespected at a funeral, and now you are going to disrespect my lineage?
That's not very cool.
I do not think you wanted to hear any of the things that I had to say, because none of them were polite.
I mean, it's just it's your voice is very sweet, and then the language you were speaking was very scary. I
What are you
honestly
talking?
don't know.
Her voice was still very sweet, even in Infernal. What are you talking about?
You know, this is never mind. I feel like I'm digging a hole. Did you guys decide that this would be a good idea to meet the sea glass asshole?
It's an idea.
Cyrus says he told me to fuck off and he walked away, so I'm not sure what's going on with him. I don't know if that was personal or a plan.
Oh, I don't know either.
Where is
Did he not
Cyrus?
follow
Should
us?
we find him? Where is he?
Did he stay behind?
God, why is he so fucking sneaky?
Cyrus, where are you right now?
So as I have seen my compatriots reconvening, I want to avoid any association with them until I'm sure that I am not a danger to everyone around me. So I'm probably the priest with the ornate book. He is of the Ryman faith, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. So I've probably been kind of casually making my way around the far side of whatever's going on, saying goodbye and hello and thank you to every single stranger that I meet, to just stall enough so that the priest will leave and I may then follow him.
Okay. As you are kind of selecting people to say goodbye to, you realize that there's so many like people in this crowd that you've been paying attention to that you didn't realize the bookish dean is there, and the person like you go to like give someone a hug, and it's like you look down and at this gnome dean uh Averell is his name, and this is the dean whose office you were in just yesterday. And he looks up at you and he says, oh good, you made it.
I did indeed. Gotta love living on Fifth Street and motorcycles. Sorry. Yeah. So, and I'll greet him, and I will drop down into, I guess, a bit of a like the Slavic squat.
Okay.
So that I'm more at eye level with him. I wondered if I'd see you here. How'd your conversation go with his boy?
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, his son doesn't really know too much about his studies, but I did my best in making sure that they would be here and that they knew what was going on. And there's some school paperwork that I need to file, but that's not really important right now. It's just kind of clerical work. Have you been able to find any information out about his why he wanted to meet you?
Not anything concrete. Not as of yet, at least. I was hoping we might learn a thing or two from this whole shindig. And well, I'm glad I saw you here. My next thought was maybe chatting with the wife and son myself, but obviously I assume you know them a whole lot better than I do. They seem all right. They holding themselves together okay?
I suppose so. Did you find anything else in his office?
A bunch of paperwork, some notes, but nothing of any real value, unfortunately. Nothing that'll point me in the right way.
Roll deception.
Last time it was a natural one. This was a little bit better. That's a natural 17 for a total of 21.
Heck yeah.
Okay. He says, it's just so weird that he was just with us yesterday and now he's gone.
Yeah, I know, Dean. It's it's something to think about. The finality of it all and the brief flash of our existence. I don't know, man. You knew him better than I did. That's for damn sure. You see anything before he, headed off? Anybody snooping around his office shouldn't have been there? Anyone chatting to him you didn't recognize? Anything will point me in the right direction.
He said something about taking you to Samada. I don't know if I know what that is, but he mentioned it when he told me that he was going to be meeting with you. I don't know what Samada is, but he did mention it. Well, I should probably be heading back. I need to get some work done. I'll be at my office for the remainder of the day.
I'll How are you holding up there, Dean?
Oh, I'm doing okay. It's just, you work with someone for so long, it's like losing a friend. It is losing a friend. It's like losing a brother.
Well, I understand, and I'll try stopping by a little bit later, make sure you're doing all right. And you take care of yourself, and I'll kind of pat him on the shoulder and stand back up.
As you do, he pats your knee in your crouching stance, and he says, all right, I'll see you later. And he heads off.
When I stand back up, I disappeared from most people's eyesight for a moment.
Mhm.
And then I just popped back in. And I want to take a brief look around, and I want to see if there's anybody that looks like they were looking for me.
Make a perception roll.
11.
Okay. You're looking, and it seems as though there's just not like no recognition. No one even glances in your direction. And then you hear an elderly woman's voice from behind you say, if it isn't the boy who never was.
You got me.
You turn and you see the elderly gnomish woman that I was describing earlier in the crowd. And you see that she definitely seems to recognize you.
And it's a gnome.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Let me.
I thought she was a halfling.
Right. Yeah. That's
is-
what
it is-
That's what I have written
Okay.
down.
Okay. Perfect.
Are they all the same, Jobs?
My bad.
Yeah, are they all short people the same? Yeah.
Jobs.
Gnome, halfling, they're all the same.
I'd say I can't live this down, but
Oof.
Wow. Wow.
We just lost like all of our subscribers. I have no doubt. This
You're right.
discrimination, sir. We're
You're
supposed
right.
to be better.
Oh man, I have to kill her now.
You're right. It's a halfling.
Okay. All right. So as I turn and behold this halfling. Alex knows, or at least strongly suspects, that it's a direct result of my dumb actions earlier. Is Cyrus on the same wavelength? Like, okay, this is what I was kind of trying to draw out.
I would say that anyone that would approach you unbidden like this is very strongly doing so because you were observed.
I will look to her. Pleasure to meet you, ma'am.
Pleasure to meet me. I seem to recall someone who should have existed, but doesn't seem to anymore. And she just glares at you.
Well, memory be fucked as it is. But I assume you and I have some business to take care of now, don't we?
She holds up her hand as if to have you like take it and maybe like kiss her hand or something. Do you take her hand?
So my exact intention as she did that was to take her hand and kiss her on her knuckles, maintaining eye contact the entire time as I'm doing it.
I don't suppose you remember my name.
I'm fucked with memory, so no, I don't.
This time I'll say it again. Hopefully it'll stick in your mind just a little bit more. The name is Sister Giselle. Well, now it's Mother Giselle, but who's keeping track?
Who indeed?
And she says, and she starts walking away, and she says, I'm sure I'll be seeing you again.
I'm sure I'll be seeing a lot of people again. God's keep you.
And you.
Nobody else coming up other than her?
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna just kind of stroll out of the area, and I'm gonna head back towards the Temple of Ryman to wait for the priest.
Okay.
To show back up.
So at this point, I would say Violet, Cinder, and Vel, if you had intended to leave the district, you would be able to do so now. Or like while that conversation was happening.
I would be waiting for Cyrus.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you wait for Cyrus. Cyrus, were you trying to like take an extremely circuitous route, or would you have seen them waiting?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay extra circuitously now, I think.
Okay.
Almost. Fuck, no, I don't want to make it too obvious. God damn you. Yeah, I'm gonna take a very circuitous route, and I'm gonna do everything I can in my power to not make it look like he's trying to avoid those three people talking over there, while I avoid those three people talking over there.
So the three of you see from the other side, like you don't see Cyrus approaching from the angle that you expect him to, but like 4 blocks down on the other side, you see him peek out, and you see Ozzy. Probably just see Ozzy. Is Ozzy still out? Do you still have Ozzy out patrolling for you?
He's staying up and just watching for aggression.
So you notice Ozzy first. You look down directly below Ozzy, and you just barely catch sight of Cyrus. Not even on the road that you're on, but like kind of like about to merge onto that road, basically.
I think at this point, Vel's probably sitting on the ground, legs crossed, spinning his scythe around in boredom.
Why are you on the ground? Get up. You want to talk about being proper and speaking common? Get up. You're being weird.
What are you talking about?
You can't just sit on the road in a higher prestige district of a city.
I'm gonna look down. Sure,
You look
looks
like a
I
bum.
am.
You look like a bum. Get up.
Seems like there's some anger going on here.
Okay, yes, I'm frustrated. Please get up.
I don't want to be that person, but you are both making a scene.
Oh, I'm making a scene. Okay.
Your voice is raised. Yes, you're making a scene. How about we all just take a deep breath? All right, I know there's some tension here. I don't deny that. Let's take a deep breath. Let's reconvene with our friends. I think I saw that bird of his over there. And let's just move forward. All right? I don't want to fight. I think we did enough fighting yesterday. All right?
Oh, speaking of angry people, last time I saw Cyrus, he told me to fuck off and don't talk to him. So I feel like if we go to
God.
Cyrus, he's going to tell us to fuck off and not talk to him. But I'm also in the team of just going to go piss off Cyrus because walking toward him will probably do that.
Should I go
I
talk
don't
to
want to
him?
cause an even bigger scene, so maybe we should just go. It looks like he doesn't want to be with us right now.
All right. Second day traveling together. Things are going swimmingly. All right. Great. Let's go back to the college.
So the three of you, I believe, probably start walking towards like the exit of the district, which is bringing you closer to where Cyrus is. Cyrus, you see them approaching. What do you do?
So how far are we from the Temple of Ryman?
You're probably about like 4 city blocks away.
Okay.
You're like 2 blocks from the exit of the district, and then an additional 2 blocks to get to the temple.
Okay. I am going to make eye contact with Violet, reach into one of the pouches that I have on my back, which holds my forgery kit. I'm going to pull out a quill and a small piece of paper, and I'm going to write, "Don't follow me. I don't know who's watching." And then kind of put the quill back in and take a few steps, turn my back to them, and drop that piece of parchment on the ground as I walk off, heading in the direction of the temple.
Okay. So the 3 of you see him walking ahead of you, drop the piece of paper, pick it up and read it, and you see him walking out of the district.
All right, so at least he's not pissed off at Yuvel. I think. Probably.
It's a shame. It's simpler when it's that one.
I
Well, I'm
think
sure that
those two can go hand in hand.
All right, so I'm sure he'll catch up when he can. Shall we press on?
I suppose. And as we're walking, I'm gonna fall in step with Cinder, and once again, an infernal. Fuck you. Fuck your common. Vel. I apologize for my outburst. I did a thing that I can do, and I casted locate object on similar brooches to the
Mhm.
one that Cyrus decided to flick off into a dead man's grave.
I thought we were supposed to hold on to that.
I thought so too, and I was just like, "What are you doing?" But I didn't want to be like,
I
"What are you
know.
doing?" and cause a scene. A scene happens
Or
anyways,
or
but
to go in there and just to grab it. That would cause
yeah,
even more of a
yeah.
scene.
Let me just dive into a dead man's grave. No.
Right.
Anyways, so I got a ping before that priest, in quotations, decided to. He doesn't even know what I was doing. He cucks my faith. Well, I got a ping from the general area of the 3 men, the 2 men with the sea glass sentinel. So I think next time
Oh.
we see the sea glass sentinel, I will try to do it again and hopefully get something off of him, and hopefully it is him and not the other people.
All right, so that's what all that was about. It's good to know. You don't need to apologize for having feelings. It's been a hell of a 24 hours. 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 24 hours.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit frustrated with the lack of willing information people are to give.
I think we might need to get used to that in this city. I mean, what we already know we're getting mixed up in some sorts of politics, you know?
I understand. I just don't understand. Well, I understand, but I don't understand at the same time because we were here called by Mr. Romelle, and he was so vague with what he had to give us. Like, he didn't give us a name or anything. And then he just. What is our luck?
In my experience, none. I don't expect any at this point.
I've been pretty lucky in my life until now. Like, the second I came to the city, I feel like I was on a uphill climb in my life, and then it just cliff, and I fell, and now I'm stuck here with no information of what I should be doing.
Well, I can definitely say my life has not been on an uphill climb lately. This is actually pretty on par, to be honest. Look, all of that's happened yesterday. We're still trying to get more information. We will find more information, and maybe that prick will have some.
One can hope.
We'll find out. And if not, you know what? It is a rather large city. I'm sure we'll find something. Might take a bit more legwork, but we can do that.
I can trust you, right?
I like to think so.
All right. Thank you for listening.
Mm.
And once again, I know you told me not to apologize because I don't need to, but I am sorry for my outburst. I should probably hold myself together a little bit better than I have been. It's just there's so much going on and not enough understanding of what is going on.
No, I understand. There's some forces here at work, and we don't know what we're up against. That's all there is to it. But we'll figure this out together.
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 Yeah.
And maybe we can keep on speaking Infernal in front of that one over there. He does not seem to like it.
Oh, it's too scary.
Also,
scary.
also, actually, so during this, when you guys switched into it, Vel reached into his little side thing and pulled out a length of rope, about like a foot, and used the end of his scythe to cut it, and began to take apart the strands and the fibers of it until he had 8. He would take 4 of them and just kindly, just idly, just put 4 in front of you, and just kind of shake them in front of you until you grab them.
I'll take it.
Okay, and then like you're still talking, and Vel.
Yeah, just as we're talking,
Yeah.
it's just like I'll take
Rope.
it.
And so Vel walks in front of you and turns around, starts walking backwards, and he takes 2 pieces and he puts 2 in his mouth, and then he takes the other 2 and puts them between his 2 knuckles and begins to weave back and
he's
forth.
using
back
me
and
as a
forth.
spinel. Okay.
No, he's doing his own. He's
Oh.
demonstrating,
Okay.
and he does it, and he watches goes into a small basket begins to form.
Oh no, basket weaving.
And then, as he gets done, I am sorry if I offended your culture, Violet. That's not my intention. It was just a little surprising.
You should also be to apologize to Cinder here because while it is my culture, it is also hers.
Honestly, I think it's funny.
Never mind, I accept your apology.
Well, if anything doesn't come good, if anything doesn't come good from this, at least you've learned underwater basket weaving.
I was gonna say, well, we're not underwater, but technically, we are.
And as the 3 of you wander off, we see Cyrus making his way towards the temple, and that is where we are going to leave you this week. So I'm going to go ahead and roll our credits here, and want to thank you all for stopping by, tuning in, and joining us for the 4th episode of Rise of the Leviathan. And B, do you want to say a quick thank you for us?
I do, actually. I want to give a quick thanks to my brother, Project Process, Sable Virus, Joshua, love you. Who else did we get? I think there was somebody today. Somebody sub today. Where is it?
Virtus Invictus.
Yeah, Virtus Invictus. My furniture's floating. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the
subscribing
subs.
and giving
Thank
us
you.
support as we
Yeah.
are a growing community. We love you so much.
Thank you.
Heart hands, everybody. Heart hands.
Heart hands.
Hearts.
All right. And on that note, we will
Okay.
leave you for the week. Thank you so much. We've got our rerun coming Tuesday. The episode will be available for watching just whenever you want on Thursday, as well as on Spotify. There's a whole lot of places you can catch our stuff. So stay tuned and see you guys next week.
See you next
Bye,
week.
nerds.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.